What's going on, guys? Roma the Roamer here. I'm here with Carter Maxwell, also known as a high school hustler. You're still known as a high school hustler. You're not in high school anymore.
Yeah, I retired. High School Hustler's retired, but
Dude, I
you
think I
still.
saw you years ago as the high school hustler. I was like, wow, this kid's really killing it. And then I haven't heard, I don't know what context I saw you. Maybe a YouTube video went viral or something, and I saw that. But did you regret choosing that name?
No, honestly, I think it was a great name to start out because it was very unique. I was selling products online and I was in high school. It was kind of catchy and it was something cool for people to remember me. I ended up transferring it to my personal name, Carter Maxwell now.
Yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, the High School Hustler, man, those are the good days right there. That was fun.
So you said you're good at online arbitrage. That's what you want to talk about. And then in this video, we're going to talk about how to do online arbitrage. But how did you start out? What was your first online venture?
So crazy enough, I started out on eBay at 13, just looking to make some extra money. End up selling a Australian kookaburra coin for about 25 bucks that my aunt gave me, and that just kind of kick-started this whole craze for just selling products online. I transferred back onto Amazon at the age of 15, obviously under my parents' information because you have to be 18 to sell on Amazon, which is kind of dumb, but I found a way around it. Started out with private label and reselling, kind of going that route, made some good money. Decided I like the margins more when it comes to reselling, which for me is like kind of split down the middle, sourcing locally than online arbitrage. But I really like the online arbitrage part of it because that's what's scalable in the sense that I can consistently purchase and replenish product that I've been able to successfully sell. We can go into more depth into it later, but basically it's allowed me to, find a product maybe locally. Like if I was to find some, calculator that I bought for, $5 at a garage sale and it sells for 50 bucks on Amazon. The cool thing is I can go buy that calculator for $20 on eBay and buy 10 of them, even knowing that I'm gonna be able to sell it on Amazon for 50 bucks. So that's kind of where it comes scalable. The products are purchased online, sourced directly to me, and then ship them back to Amazon and just continue that process.
So at a certain point, what's the point of even going out physically sourcing? If you're able, like you said, this is a more scalable model, and it seems like there's way more opportunity just because you have like the whole catalog for the store in front of you. I don't know if you source Target, Walmart, whatever you source on, you literally have the whole category. What's the point in even physically sourcing?
So sourcing locally, the advantages to it is just the profit margins. I'm able to find stuff a lot cheaper, which is allowed.
Is it the clearance that does that?
It's a lot of clearance. It's a lot of local flips that be on Craigslist, OfferUp. People that don't understand the value of a product are looking to make some quick cash.
Right.
Get it for cheap. And also I'm able to expand my product line, test products for really cheap. If I find a new ASIN that sells well, I'm able to then replenish it on eBay or if I'm sourcing it from Target or something, I'm able to replenish it via online and have it shipped directly to me. And then I also like to preach sourcing locally because I think that's great for beginners to start with that maybe don't have as much capital to start. Sourcing locally is a great way to, start that Amazon business with very limited capital.
Gotcha. And when you say source locally, do you mean like Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, those different platforms?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different platforms. I mean, I really do like to buy and sell local marketplaces like OfferUp, Let Go, Facebook Marketplace. Those are great. Depending on the time of the year, sourcing locally at your Walmarts, your Targets, those work pretty well. Like during Q4, then right now is actually a pretty good opportunity as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I've seen lots of people in stores with phones, and I think they're using the Instacart app. Because I was at Costco the other day and everyone was just going crazy.
I've been seeing a lot of that. A lot of people are buying groceries for other people. It's just a crazy time right now, to be honest.
So have you been doing much physical sourcing, like going out with the mask on and looking for products that are hot right now?
I've been doing it a lot less. I still have been doing it. I'm just making sure to take the correct safety precautions. Some stores have different hours. Some aren't even open. That's why I really prefer the online. The online wave right now because it's a lot safer. There's still some great opportunity, but I do like to go locally, just take the right safety precautions and potentially find products that will, keep my cash flow quickly in the sense that I can buy it and sell it the same day.
Right. So let's talk about the online arbitrage a little bit.
Okay.
How do you get started with that? Like, where's a good place to start? You just start going on Walmart.com and look for items that are cheaper on Walmart than than Amazon and purchase it and do the math in your head. Okay, if I buy this, I'm still left with $5, $10 profit. How does that work?
Yeah, so I guess there's a couple of different ways you can approach it. What worked best for me is going back through every product that I've already successfully sold on Amazon. You can go to your business reports and pull down that report. And then those certain ASINs, I would just look up the brand name and model number back on eBay and then see if there's any room for me to profit if I'm able to buy it on eBay for that certain price point and then resell it back on Amazon for the price point that I've already successfully sold it for. So that already gave me a large amount of product that I can already start replenishing that I already know profitably sells. So it already eliminated my risk.
You're doing a lot from eBay to Amazon.
Yeah, it's honestly an untouched marketplace. I don't know what it is, but it's just super profitable in the sense that, there's a bunch of other resellers that don't understand the value and that you can just get it for dirt cheap. I mean, my margins are way higher than the typical business model on Amazon. Like they're anywhere from 40% to probably 200% depending on the product. I am split about 50-50 right now, used and new. So obviously with the used items, I do get higher profit margins. However, the return rates are a little bit higher. That's just part of the game though.
And what items are these mainly?
So I'm really into the electronics and then starting to get more into the toys right now. During this virus, a lot more people are at home. They're looking for board games, looking for puzzles, stuff that keeps them busy. And that's kind of where I'm really trying to scale at the moment. Electronics are something that sell year round.
Okay.
Most of them are discontinued, so they're not being mass produced, which means if you can find them that are still available, usually you're like maybe one of the only sellers on that specific listing on Amazon, which allows you to usually get the first sale, and with less competition come higher profit margins. And those are just some of the advantages to it.
So do you mess with drop shipping at all? Because this is kind of similar to drop shipping. You're looking for something cheaper on one platform and then you're reselling it on a different platform for more. Do you ever just, like, let's say you do find a product. I mean, eBay is just kind of sketchy just because you don't know if they're going to ship it on time. You don't want to commit to that. And in order to make this profitable, are you doing everything Prime? Are you really maximizing how much you can sell the item for by shipping it Prime and getting that Prime bump? Or are you just getting a quick flip with a merchant sale?
It just depends on the kind of product. Like for instance, the products that are hot right now, I'm just merchant fulfilling because I can buy them same day, sell them same day, keep that cash flow consistent so I can get in my next 2-week Amazon payment. When it comes to electronics, I like to FBA it. But with just the whole coronavirus, FBA has kind of been a little bit hectic. So I've kind of scaled back on the electronics a little bit, and the electronics that I am selling, I am FBMing just because I want to get it to my customer quickly. But I am starting to send more into Amazon at the moment, just kind of starting to see, how long it takes to check in, what the current shipping times will be for my products once they're available, and just kind of, just reading the playing field from there.
Gotcha. And are you still fulfilling all these orders yourself?
Yes. I have a friend that comes over as well. She helps me with it too. So she's kind of an employee, I guess, just because I'm shipping out. I think yesterday I had probably 130 FBM orders. So
wow,
it was pretty hectic. So
how long does that take you for 130?
So I'm trying to stick to smaller items that I can fit in, like an 8x3 poly mailer, just because it makes it a lot easier for me to like process them a lot quicker. But just at the rate stuff's selling, like I just almost don't even have enough people to help me do it. So I'm just trying to figure it out, stay consistent, play around with the pricing, because obviously there's a lot going around with Amazon's market fair pricing policies right now. People getting little restrictions and stuff. So I'm really trying to read the data, see what a fair price is, so I don't run into that situation.
So how are you dealing with repricing? Do you have a repricer, or do you just have all eyeballs on it? Do you just constantly check Seller Central? Are you manually repricing?
So I don't really use a repricer much anymore. Just for the stuff I'm selling right now, I usually just hop on Seller Central maybe 3 to 5 times a day and just kind of reprice, sell 10, 20 units. Just the thing is, the products right now, there's just too much demand and not enough supply. So even sometimes I have one of the higher price points merchant fulfilling and I'm still able to get sales. I'm not sure if that's just because there's so much just volume being sold, or if it's my seller metrics because they're really good. But there's just a lot of opportunity right now. I do want to get more into FBA because FBM, shipping the stuff out, it takes a lot of time. The advantage of it is cash flow. The disadvantage is it just, takes more time to print out the labels, apply them, put the product in. So if I can,
how big of a difference is a prime bump going to be significant there? If you did ship it prime, is that prime price that much higher to like make up for the fees? What's going on with my camera? Do you see that?
Oh yeah,
I got blue over here
for a second. a little zoning out, but I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out at the moment. The thing with FBA is I charge for shipping for merchant fulfilled, so it's going to be free shipping if I do it FBA, which means I'm going to have to charge a higher price point. And I'm kind of nervous that it might kind of mess with Amazon's, fair price market, fair price policy. If my price is too high, even essentially I'm making the same amount of money as I would merchant fulfilling. It's just my price point is higher because, you don't charge shipping. So I'm just trying to figure that out. But if I can do that, I'm definitely going to do it because, if I sell 100, 150 units in a day, I want Amazon to ship them out. I don't want to be shipping them out myself.
Yeah.
Just, time spent that, just isn't very productive or efficient.
Yeah, I will say this. If you are interested in learning more about hiring someone to help you, I have a model. You can DM me about this. But in a nutshell, I have stay-at-home moms, and I run a service called restrictedinventory.com. I'm not sure if you know about that, but I help other resellers sell their popular textbooks, CDs, and DVDs. Also, whenever I do online arbitrage, so all the products are going directly to the moms' houses. I don't know why I always say moms, but they're all moms. It just so happens they're all moms. And so they're arriving on their doorstep, and they open their door, and the items are right there. They pack them up, and they ship them FBA. And I mean, yeah, it's pretty simple. You just train them how to do that. You find someone you trust. You have their address. You'd have their address in eBay. So every time you order an item on eBay, they would get it. And then I'm sure it's not too difficult. Like all these items probably have barcodes, right?
Right.
Yeah. So they just take it out of the box. They list it. I think it would be complicated if you're still doing merchant fulfilled, because then they'd really have to be on it. Like they wouldn't have, like a lot of these moms are going to be part-time, and you want them to really have all their attention. And if they're gone for one day, that's going to suck. So we do FBA. So they work when they want to. And when they pack the box, they schedule a UPS pickup, put it on their front porch, boom, it's gone. Then Amazon handles the shipping from there. But for a model like yours, like you're shipping out 130 items yesterday, like you could have someone else doing that for you. And then with that time, you could be using that time to go source more items.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is like the main thing on my agenda is like systems, being more efficient and able to scale the business. Obviously, something that you and Steve have like perfected. It's something I'm still trying to work on. Just what figures out best.
Yeah, I just don't see a lot of people doing that. I see a lot of people jumping from having having a decent business, and all of a sudden they want to go like warehouse, and then their overhead just goes crazy. But with this, you literally free up so much time, and you don't have to worry about the overhead, the space, and you're getting a hyper qualified employee. So if you have a stay-at-home mom, she's hyper qualified. Like I pay them $12 an hour, and they're not going to be the type of people where if I had a warehouse, they're not going to show up at the warehouse and sticker books. They're doing it because it's convenient for them to work from home. Yeah. And I think anyone doing online arbitrage should have, a stay-at-home mom. It's crazy to me that,
or like a prep center or something.
A prep center, but prep centers are so expensive, man.
That is true.
They're like $1.50. Like the cheaper ones are like $1, even like $1.50 per book. Sometimes $2 per book. If you do the math, it's like I think I'm paying like less than 30 cents per item. Like the faster ones, I'm paying 20 cents per item. So definitely something to consider.
Oh yeah.
So when it comes to online arbitrage on eBay, you have your list you pull from Amazon, and then are you just copying and pasting into eBay? And do you ever check stuff off the list? Is it literally just the list from Amazon itself, or do you have like a different list that you kind of like have filtered? What's the process look like with that?
So every few days, I take the list of the products I've already sold, and I basically go back on eBay and search and see if I can find any of them, because those are products that I've already proven to profitably and successfully sell on Amazon. So those are like my go-to. And then the rest of the time is expanding and finding new ASINs. I've been trying out some different softwares to try to be more efficient and to scale it. Obviously, I haven't really found too many products with different softwares, so I'm just trying to figure out how they operate. But once I figure out that process, it's like the products I've already sold that are my go-to products, order those. Those are going to be consistent cash flow throughout the year. And then the goal is to find a scalable system in order to find new ASINs that I can profitably buy from eBay and sell on Amazon for profits. That's kind of where I'm going over the next few weeks to few months.
Gotcha. Are you ever, if you find an item that you're having trouble maybe finding the right quantity, or maybe like the price just isn't there for the profitable flip, are you ever looking for like errors in the way it's typed? Like maybe there's a typo and someone is just selling it, they don't know how to sell on eBay and they just made like a bad listing. Are you looking for those?
Yeah, I mean, that happens quite a bit. There's just a lot of sellers, like they'll, say, okay, here's an HP printer, but maybe they don't put the model number of that printer. So you never know how much value that printer is actually worth. That's just a quick little example, because I mean, some people don't really make the best titles or make the best descriptions or take the best pictures. Unfortunately, when it comes to just being scalable, sometimes I miss those, sometimes I'm able to find them. It's just, I usually like to look up the products I already know, and if people don't put the model number in there, then unfortunately I don't find it.
Gotcha. What 3 tips would you give someone who doesn't want to go out physically sourcing? They just want to do online arbitrage at home. What 3 tips would you give them starting out?
Man, so with no local sourcing, the best way to find some product is honestly to look around your house. Look around your room, your garage, under your bed, in your closet. I guarantee you have a few products that you can successfully sell on Amazon. So you don't have to spend any money because you already own them. It could be used electronics, books, it could be old, video games. There's just a bunch of opportunity that you have, old textbooks, calculators. So if you're looking to start, look around your house. You already own the products. You don't have to purchase them. And most of the time they're just sitting around and you think they're trash. You'll probably end up throwing them away. Look them up on Amazon, see if there's an opportunity. Other than that, when it comes to online sourcing, the beautiful part is you don't have to leave. So if you don't want to get, at risk of the virus, I would start on eBay and just start going through Amazon's catalog of the best sellers and seeing for instance, electronics, VCRs are a really popular item. You could look up VCR on Amazon and see the first, 10, 20 listings and manually go through them, click into the sellers, look into their dashboard of all the different products they're selling, and then copy and paste the brand name and model number back onto eBay and see if there's any wiggle room for you to make a decent profit on that item. And then as time goes on, you end up building out a consistent list of products you've already profitably sold. And then you just work on replenishing them, building systems so you can get the products purchased, prepped, shipped, and sold as quickly as possible.
Gotcha. So that tip number 2 or 3?
That was number 2. Shoot, there's 3. Right. Tip number 3 is, let's see, focus on smaller items to start out. I feel like a lot of people, they'll start ordering these big, large products and they don't understand that it costs a lot more to ship, and then there's hidden fees behind it. If you can, try to start with maybe some low cost, smaller size items, so you can build up more confidence as you sell them on Amazon. And then as you get more experience, start getting into maybe bulkier or more high-end, higher ticket items, and then continue to grow the business that way.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. When you're talking about the store name, that was really interesting to me. So you're going on the best sellers list. You're looking through all these items. They're the best items. They're the fastest selling items on Amazon. But then what you're doing is you're clicking on the store name. You're going into someone's catalog, which may have a variety of items. What's the strategy behind that? When are you like, oh, you're like a kid walking in a candy store, you're like, I found a good store. Like, what are the things to really look out for? Is it someone that doesn't really know what they're doing, or maybe a business that just price is really low? Like, what are the things to look for that signify that you found a store that's good to find profitable flips from?
Yeah, so I'm just looking for a seller that's similar to me, that's kind of running the same model. Because then if I can go onto their, into their storefront and I see they have 100 different ASINs and I search them up and they're all like basically doing the same model as me, like, man, I will run that whole list. I'll take that
Gotcha.
whole
So you're doing it more just to find a list to go on
exactly.
eBay.
It's a lot more scalable at that point, because if you can go
Okay.
into a calculator, or you go into a TI-83 calculator list, and you click and you go to a seller and they have a TI in their storefront, they have a calculator, then a DVD player, then a VCR, and they have all hundreds of different items. That's a massive opportunity right there for you to take that product list and then do the same process of searching back on eBay to Amazon and basically outdoing that seller. So that's definitely one of the top tips when it comes to online sourcing is, man, just go into other sellers' storefronts, see what they're selling it for, and then price check it back on eBay and see what you can buy it for. And if there's an opportunity to make a profit in between, buy every one of them.
So the software that you're exploring, is there anything that makes this easier than just, because it just sounds so tedious to me to copy and paste that ASIN all day.
Mm-hmm.
So have you found any software solution that seems like it might be viable?
So I'm working with the software right now, and the actual developer behind that software, his name's Ty Blunt. I mean, I think he does around 180,000 on Amazon just from eBay to Amazon flips. He's been kind of mentoring me over the past 2 to 3 weeks or so. Basically, his software just systemizes and runs the whole process for you. So you can download like a CSV file onto the actual onto the Chrome extension.
Okay.
And then run the list of every one of the products you've already sold. And then it would automatically take that product and look it back up on eBay and calculate the profit. So it's kind of interesting. You can almost scroll down the software and it'll calculate the ROI from what it costs on eBay to the current lowest market price on Amazon. So I can scroll through, 20 or 30 products and I see, okay, here's a 50% ROI. It's on eBay for $50 and it's selling on Amazon for 100. I'll buy it. So I'm just trying to figure more out about how to be more efficient and just learn kind of the ins and outs of that software.
Gotcha. And so you're pretty,
like you did mention, it is very tedious to go through and to copy and paste, and you're all about systems. I'm trying to learn systems better. So that's why that software I think can be a game changer for my business.
Have you tried virtual assistants at all?
So I've had a few virtual assistants in other businesses that I've run. Nothing when it comes to Amazon yet. I've had a couple of local employees that have helped me, list stuff, prep it, clean it, that kind of stuff, but nothing when it comes back like into my account or anything like that.
Gotcha. Got a question.
I could have someone do some product research about a year ago, but I just figured that out.
I think a good strategy with that, because so many of them have done product research for other people, is find someone who's already done product research and just piggyback off of them. Like, you need to have experience doing product research, and then when you get them, be like, hey, look, what? Show me your past work.
Exactly.
Fat Elvis is saying, how many different items are you selling at a time?
So is he asking what different ASINs or the quantities of the different products that I'm selling?
I guess both, really. Like, are you finding replenishable items?
Yeah, so that's all. I mean, so for the online arbitrage things, the way my model works is usually it's lower quantities and I focus on a larger amount of scale of products. So I might have, 200 or 300 different ASINs, but the quantities might be only 1 or 2.
Okay.
But for the higher selling products, if that's sourcing locally or getting them from Target or Walmart online, I'm usually able to get them in higher quantities because they're quicker sellers.
Gotcha.
So if I might be able to take a little bit of a lower profit per unit in the case that I'm able to sell a larger quantity of that specific ASIN or that specific product. So it really just depends and it fluctuates.
He said different
Okay.
ASINs. We got Facebook user saying, what's up? What's up, Facebook user? We're live in my Facebook group as well. This is a good point. Fat Elvis is saying store clearance will not show online. Managers have lead way to make things done quicker to clear inventory. Yeah. Do you establish relationships with managers?
I haven't at the moment. That's probably something I should continue to work on. But he did have a good point, because sometimes you can look at that storefront in that specific location online and then search up the products that I've been selling and it'll say out of stock. But sometimes I'll go into the store and they have a couple of quantities left.
Gotcha.
I think there's just such a kind of delay in the production, and there's just so much going on with this virus that they're having a trouble keeping things in stock, or they're having trouble keeping inventory levels. So it's just very chaotic, I think.
Do you use BrickSeek at all?
BrickSeek.
Brickseek. That's what a lot of retail arbitrage people use. I think it just tells like the store quantity, but like you said, it's never really super accurate.
Right.
Like even the store websites themselves aren't super accurate, but this will say there's like 36 Monopoly for millennials. That's the only item I ever tried flipping from Walmart. And everyone was freaking out about it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this. And I just went everywhere. And Brickseek always said it was in stock. And whenever I went in there, they didn't have it. I was like,
really?
I'm a bookseller. Like, I'm going to stop trying this game.
I'm going to hop out the RA game real quick. Get back to the books. I love books. I love books, by the way. On my channel, I think we'll have my channel linked in the description. So if you want to check that out, I've got 200 plus videos on there. And books are the absolute best, cheapest, most efficient way to start selling on Amazon. It's low risk, high profit margins. Like I love books. Definitely recommend for beginners.
Do you mess around with textbooks, like flipping online arbitrage textbooks, looking for the seasonality?
So I've sold textbooks a lot in the past because I live like in a college town. So like I'll just be like, hey, can I buy your textbooks for like $5-10?
Gotcha.
I'll take semester cast and I sell for like $70-80. But no, I haven't really studied the seasonality of it yet. I know that's something that you have like perfected. I know that's what your business is built around, is just like finding the right seasons to sell the books.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You haven't really done the seasonality part yet.
When it comes to these Q4 products, because I'm sure a lot of these electronics really take off during Q4. Do you see like a price spike, like an insane price spike around that time?
It's really interesting. Right now is actually a really good time for electronics just because a lot more people are at home. Maybe a lot more of them are looking for something to do, and maybe their electronics are broke or they're not working, so they need to buy new ones. So right now is a good opportunity. I actually read this really cool post on like Reddit or something about like a spike in certain electronics. I think it was during the Christmas time as well. Like people are wanting to play old, VHS tapes. And so they need a VCR player to do that because all their families are together. They have old tapes from years ago. So then all of a sudden you see a spike in sales for, certain products. But it really just depends. For electronics, I mean, I see a consistent sell-through rate kind of throughout the year consistently. It has its spikes. I think it goes down. They sell a little bit less during the summertime, but that's kind of just for about every product on Amazon. But yeah, I haven't really seen too much of a spike when it comes to electronics. But toys, obviously, yes. Board games, that stuff. The sell-through rate to the Christmas time is insane. And honestly, right now is almost like a Q4 for certain products I'm selling. Like it is like list it, selling it within a couple of hours.
So what products are really hot right now and what products aren't so hot? Like what products fell off?
Oh man, I'm trying to think. I'd say some of the more high ticket products, the products that are over $200 or $300 or more, kind of slowed down a little bit. And that's kind of spread across different categories. I think just because a lot less people are, wanting to spend that large amount of money just because they're kind of panicking. But there's also the panic buyers that are buying, some of the non-essential items. Like I mentioned, the board games and puzzles. Unfortunately, I can't give away too many of the products because I'm kind of selling them right now.
Yeah. Right. Put the UPCs in the description.
Let me just send you a list of all the aces below, and y'all can give me a high five or something. I'll help you make a couple extra $1,000 in a day. But yeah, I mean, I'll just give you a category like toys. Like we kind of talked a little bit about it earlier. Everyone is at home and everyone is super bored. They're all in quarantine, looking for something to do. Puzzles, board games, stuff that families can do together are just selling like hotcakes. Another unique product was hair products. I'm not sure if you've been but girls have been dyeing their hair like crazy. At least like a lot of people I know that've got purple hair, that've got red hair. They're basically all going crazy and dyeing their hair. Well, guess what? They're buying the hair product online. And a lot of them are getting it from Amazon. So
I've not gotten a haircut in like 2 months now.
Yeah, I've literally got a mullet going on right now. It's definitely not professional, but I like it.
It's kind of a scary time because I could have Raken try and cut my hair or me try and cut it, but I'm always on camera, so I'm just gonna let it grow out.
I mean, do you want to wing it? Do you want to wing the chance that you got a crazy fade going on?
Yeah.
Or if Frank wasn't happy with you that day, he goes vroom.
Yeah.
Reverse mohawk.
My dad did that to me when I was little, man.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah, I had to go to school the next day. It was embarrassing. I think barbers could have some type of service where they get tested before they go to people right now. It'd be like a super bougie service. Like they get tested for COVID and they go in your house, they cut your hair, and then they wouldn't be able to go. I don't know how long it takes. It takes like 2 weeks for people to get infected. So they have to wait another 2 weeks if they truly wanted to make it like a good service, like a $2,000 haircut to make it worth their time.
I have no idea, man. Like I know nothing about this stuff. I sell stuff on Amazon, make YouTube videos. I don't know anything about COVID or how it is.
Yeah.
I'm a hairstylist, so I plan on going home the next couple of days. She'll cut my hair. So that's nice.
Ben Bamboo saying, what do you think about online arbitrage lists that send you vetted OA items to purchase? If you recommend them, what specific list services do you recommend or qualities? So have you heard about this? What qualities do you look for an OA list?
Reread the question real quick. What do you think about OA lists that send you vetted OA items to purchase? Oh, I think he's talking about services that send you lists of products that are good to sell. I think that's
yeah.
I mean,
I think there's even groups that kind of market themselves like this.
I think they're considered BOLO groups.
Yeah.
Basically, like the moderator of that group is going out and collecting different ASINs that are profitable.
And then I think the group members have to share in order to get in the group, so it's always growing.
Either the group members pay in order to join the BOLO group, or they have to exchange different items and stuff that they're selling. I think it has advantages and disadvantages to it. The advantage obviously is you're going to have a surplus of different ASINs that you can follow. The disadvantages is depending on how big that list is, there is going to be more competition. But depending on the products, right now it honestly doesn't even matter, because depending on the product you're selling, it could sell out the day that you buy it. So right now is a good opportunity to maybe join one of those. I've seen a couple of them. I personally haven't joined them. I've just been doing most of the research myself. But that could be an opportunity. I mean, if it's $20-$30 a month or something, I'd say, pull the trigger. You find a couple of products you can sell a couple of times a day, make $5-10 profit per unit. I think it's most definitely worth the investment to try it out at least.
Right. So what's the average turn rate for you? So you buy 100 products. When do you expect those 100 items to be gone?
So it depends on the kind of products that I'm selling right now. Like I mentioned, for my eBay to Amazon flips, like in the electronic category, I usually have a sell-through rate of anywhere from like sometime under 3 months. I sell like 75% of my inventory. So the sell-through rate is pretty well for that. Some of them sell the day they check into Amazon. Some of them sell a month or 2 months after. Then some of the products that I'm sourcing locally and online at the moment that are kind of half essentials, half non-essentials, those like sell the day that I check them in. Like I had a huge shipment come into me of probably 400 units or so. And I think I sold like 175 units in the first full day after I listed them on Amazon. So the sell-through rate's been really good. I don't know the exact number, unfortunately, but fast.
Ben Bamboo's coming in again. I know one important trait to look for is OA list service that sends groups of clients separate lists to prevent oversaturation. That's interesting.
Oh, interesting.
Someone's saying we're shaving their heads.
I don't know, man. I got a small head,
Yeah.
I look like a pinhead.
Me and Raken were thinking about doing some type of challenge because we're both trying to get to 165 pounds. So whoever doesn't make 165 during, like, let's say we make the goal a month from now or 2 months from now, the person has to like completely shave their head or wear a dress and go out and salsa dance in public or something like that. His head's already shaved though, so he's got that one on me.
Man, you gotta hit that goal, man. You gotta hit 165.
Yeah, I'm getting up there, man. I've been doing David Goggins workouts every day.
That's awesome. I'm trying to get more into that stuff. I've been reading a lot more now that I have this free time. Starting to do some more research on like, just thinking positive, thinking big and stuff like that. So
yeah, for sure.
I think
people are selling fitness equipment like crazy right now.
Oh yes. Fitness equipment is a great thing to sell if you can find it. I just unfortunately haven't been able to find any of it, so I don't really have much, to say about selling it, but it sells if you can find it. I mean, my brother went to a Walmart and he found like one 35-pound dumbbell. And I was like, hey man, just buy it and then list it locally and see what happens. And he sold it for like $55 the next day. Like one single, not even a pair of dumbbells, one dumbbell.
Wow.
So, I mean, if that goes to show for something, it's that there's a massive amount of opportunity right now.
Yeah. I've just been doing calisthenics, man, but I see like right now, I see how weights someone would really want those.
Oh yeah.
Because like I was going to the gym every day and I was in my routine, and all of a sudden I was on a workout program, and literally I can't do like I can do like 2 exercises out of the 20.
I mean, I work out
air squats
too, and like if I'm trying to do chest day, the only thing I can do is like push-ups, like there's just
you can get a lot done with push-ups though, man. You can do close grip, you can do wide grip. The flipping accountant coming in, he's saying, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. What's happening?"
Oh, what's up? What's up?
We got Fat Elvis. He's saying, "Do you stick to a certain price point?" I'm not sure what that means. In terms of selling, maybe
it depends. I mean, obviously, you want to maximize your
maybe average sales price. Like, what's your average price that you like to sell items at?
So when it comes to eBay and Amazon flips, I really like to go over like higher ticket items that sell for like anywhere from that 75 to about 400 plus range. Just because in there, I'm able to make a larger profit per unit. So I think my average, sometime in Inventory Lab, I was looking at it for like the last 30 days, and like my profit per unit was like $40. So it allowed me to, while I'm spending my time prepping and shipping and listing the items, I'm making a larger profit per unit. So instead of having to sell, what was it, 40 units, or 10 units 4 times each, or one ASIN 40 times, I can just sell, one product. I definitely just messed up the math on that, but I just focus on products I'm able to make a larger profit per unit.
And where'd you get that mentality from? Is that just from trial and error? You're like, screw selling these small items for cheap? Or did you read that in a book somewhere? Do you have a mentor that told you that?
Honestly, probably from talking to some higher level Amazon sellers and just talking to some people that are just kind of higher up in business. They're like, man, you need to focus your time on consistent profits. Like, is it worth your time to sell a product for $5 profit? I mean, if you're selling 100 a day at that point, maybe. But if you're only selling a couple, it's not worth your time. Focus your time on products you're going to make a really good profit margin on, and then get it, listed, prepped, and sold quickly.
Gotcha. We got a Facebook user asking, what's the name of the software from eBay to Amazon? What was that called?
It's called LaCroix.
LaCroix.
LACROI. I could probably have you put a link in here so you can go check it out. Or I can have you linked to the guy who actually develops the software. His name's Ty.
Okay, yeah, we'll link that below.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what he's talking about. We've been running through the software. Just so many things are just hectic right now. I haven't really had much time to go and try to perfect that software, but I do think it's going to be a huge game changer, though.
So when you talk about scaling this business, where do you see this business really being able? Like, what's the light at the end of the tunnel? Like, what would make you really proud of this business? Like, you've scaled it to the point where to you it's successful.
Man, are you talking like revenue wise, or just like kind of how I operate the business?
Really how you operate it, but that comes with revenue. Like you want healthy revenue. You don't want making a couple $100 a month. Like
exactly. I think right now I'm trying to focus on systems so I can free up a lot more time. A big thing for me is like, I don't really focus too much on revenue. I focus on profit. A lot of sellers out there, a lot of people that, make YouTubes and stuff, they say, oh my gosh, I did $50,000 this month. But what you don't know is they're working with like a 10% profit margin. So they're only taking about $5,000 home. And then here's someone that might have a 50% profit margin in their business, and they only do $10,000 in revenue. But if they're making a 50% profit margin, they still made $5,000. They're just not doing as much revenue. So my goal is to focus on a system that allows me to free up my time. Because I mean, your time is the most valuable asset. It's going to allow me to put that time into other parts of the business, that if that be buying more product, and I can have someone else on the back end doing the listing, shipping, prepping, all that stuff.
Gotcha.
That would kind of be more fulfilling for me.
Yeah. So has that been taking up all your time, the listing and prepping?
I would say so. Yeah. It's kind of, I haven't been able to, work so much on my other businesses like YouTube is like my real passion. Like, I really enjoy making content, helping people. Just the whole aspect of YouTube, I really do enjoy. So right now, just with all the merch fulfilling and all the having to ship stuff myself, it's definitely been taking a lot more time. Obviously, the money is great right now, but it's definitely probably something I don't want to do long term.
Gotcha. Yeah, YouTube's the one thing you can't really delegate YouTube. You can
Right.
delegate parts of YouTube. You can delegate the editing. You can delegate,
The thumbnails.
Yeah, all that stuff. But you always have to be in the videos.
Exactly.
It's great if you enjoy it, but if you don't enjoy YouTube, it's like the worst business to get into.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, you are the business. Like, your voice and your content is like the foundation of YouTube. So if you don't enjoy doing that, like, or if you don't have enough time, then it's just tough at that point.
So what's your goal with YouTube? What would the light at the end of the tunnel be for YouTube?
Really, I just want to grow it and just build a personal brand around it. Like, I would love to be maybe a speaker one day, or just to influence people. Like, I mean, I tell the story all the time when I first started YouTube. Like, a bunch of kids in my high school were like making fun of me. They would take my YouTube videos, they'd play them full blast in class. Everyone would laugh. I had like 200 or 300 subscribers.
So when was the first one? Was that like when you were 14?
I think I started when I was about 17. I just turned 17. So I was about 11th grade in high school. Mm-hmm. And I was just really self-conscious at that time. And I almost quit. Crazy thing is, I almost quit YouTube. I almost deleted all my videos because I was so just, up in what other people thought about me. And then I looked at my comments on my YouTube videos, and someone like commented on one of my videos. So like, thank you so much today. Like, you changed my life. I made like $1,000 this month. And at that time, I realized that the YouTube channel wasn't about me. It was about the people that I was helping. And that continued me to push through. And now I have 25,000 subs. And those same exact people that were hating on me are hitting me up today. Like, hey man, how can I start selling on Amazon? And I'm just like, it's just that exact, phrase, treat people the way that you want to be treated, and watch who you hate on. Cause turn into a somebody.
So you kept that in your mind. You kept the person that you helped in your mind, and that's what kept you going forward.
Exactly.
It's easy, man, to get caught up in one negative comment and just ignore the other 8 good ones.
Exactly. I mean, as you grow, I've been getting a lot of criticism, but it's just part of the game. You got to know that, for every bad comment you get 9 good comments. There's a lot of people that you're helping, people that, enjoy this free information. You're able to build, a following around you that, like your content, will continue to follow you, continue to like your videos and stuff like that. So you just got to think big about it in the future.
I don't know why I'm green. I'm like, look like the Hulk right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
This is Raken's cam. I don't know if it's broken or something, or if I put some type of filter on. I'm not sure.
The Hulk filter.
Yeah. So yeah, with YouTube, man, because I'm just getting into YouTube. I mean, I've been doing it for 2 years, but I've noticed there's definitely up and down trends. Like, there's times where videos go viral, and then there's times where I've never really had a video go viral, but videos do well. And then you have videos that don't do so well, and you're like, wow, I put a lot of effort into it. For you, what makes a good video? Like, when you click the upload button before anyone sees it, what makes you feel like it was a good video? Or is your outlook on the video completely contingent on the engagement you get, the number of views? Do you not know what the quality of the video is until after you publish it? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
The thing about YouTube is you never know what video is going to pop off. You never know what video is going to go viral. If you can focus on putting out great content, you will be successful. You just have to be able to consistently upload. If you put out valuable content, over time, there's going to be a video that people engage with. You get lots of likes, lots of comments. YouTube's going to push that video, and eventually it hits a peak where it just takes off. Like, my most popular video on YouTube, it was the 5 best items to sell on eBay. It has, I think, 275,000 views. Out of all my videos, I would have never guessed that video would have blown up. I would have thought it would have been one of my Amazon product research videos where I found $1,000 profit in 10 minutes. I was like, oh my gosh, this video is going to blow up. Then all of a sudden, this random video talking about the 5 items that I sold on eBay, it blows up. It's just really interesting. I just focus on putting out great content, and just building a following around me that's going to, create good engagement. I'm trying to learn more about the little tips and hacks between like creating great thumbnails, great titles. That's how you get people to the video. But I mean, no matter what, it's all about the content. If you post valuable content and you post information that can transform somebody's life or give them advice in order to get them a certain result, your content will continue to get lots of views and you will grow.
Yeah. 100%, man.
Yes,
Back
sir.
to product research. Any type of product or category you don't like to sell?
Who? I don't know. I mean, I obviously I don't sell in the categories that I'm like restricted in. Honestly, I'll sell in any category I can make money in. I know a lot of people are kind of iffy about electronics because yes, you do have a bit of a higher return rate, but yes, I do get higher profit margins on electronics. So it really depends. So there's no category that I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to sell in this category. Like if there's a product that I can buy and then resell it back on Amazon for a profit, I'm gonna do it.
We got Jacordy coming in here. Romer's a horse of a different color. Oh man. Yeah, man. So you make that list and you're getting to the point where you're running it through that software. Any other tips you have for people once they get to the level you're at, like what your day-to-day looks like in terms of just not product research, but finding the profitable flips?
When it comes to tips, honestly, the first thing isn't even regarding the Amazon business, but it's just focus. Like you have to stay focused on the business. You have to consistently do product research. Like some days I'll go look for new products and I'll find a ton of them. Then other days, maybe I don't find as many. You just can't get discouraged. And when it comes to getting to the point where I'm at and even beyond, it's all about systems. Like when I had a prep center for one of my last shipments, that saved me a ton of time. Yes, I did pay a little bit more money up front for them to prep it, for them to label it and ship it back to Amazon, but it also saved me a ton of time.
Yeah.
But the Bible tip I can say is just is this take action? The beautiful thing about the reselling business model is you don't have to wrap up thousands of dollars into one product or one ASIN. You can spread it out across hundreds to thousands of different products. So you only have to sell that product once and not 1,000 times. So hopefully that was cool little closeout.
Yeah, it really diversifies what almost it protects you in a sense.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're a wholesaler or a private labeler and that listing tanks, you're screwed.
Yep.
But with reselling, you have literally thousands of different ones. So you don't care if something happens to it.
Right.
How much of your business is drop shipping, says Jacordy?
So I do no drop shipping on Amazon. I'm 100% reselling. I have done eBay drop shipping. I did it really hardcore in the past, got some great results. But at the moment, I'm not really drop shipping on Amazon. Just 100% selling.
Is drop shipping, is that something that, because if you did it in the past, does it kind of fizzle out in terms of you find a product that's successful? Do people catch on and enter the market?
No, it was I just had more passion for Amazon. That's what my YouTube channel was based around.
Okay.
I was doing a series testing out different business models, and eBay dropshipping was one of them. I had really good success. I just didn't have enough time to put into it because I was doing YouTube. Then I had my Amazon business, so I kind of scaled back on it. But it's very profitable. I mean, it's an inventory-free business model, which allows you to get products listed and sold without having to invest money up front. So it's a great model for beginners.
Yeah.
And it can be scaled pretty easily with different softwares. I know I'm really good friends with Paul J. Lipsky. I mean, he's a multi-million-dollar eBay drop shipper. I mean, the dude knows what he's talking about. He's been able to scale it, put systems in place. So it is a great model for beginners as well.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a smart guy. It kind of seems like what you're doing, it's similar to drop shipping, except you're really increasing your margin because you're finding these one-offs almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I consider it marketplace to marketplace arbitrage is kind of what it's called, I guess. So not dropshipping, but just arbitrage, a different way of arbitrage. Because basically I'm taking it from marketplace eBay and selling it on marketplace Amazon.
Is Amazon, that's the only marketplace you sell on?
Yes, right now at the moment.
Okay. Is there any arbitrage going from Amazon to eBay?
I think it's mainly in the form of drop shipping.
Okay.
So they'll find the product for a price on Amazon. They'll list it on eBay for a higher price point. Once it sells, they kind of drop ship to the customer. But I haven't seen any Amazon to eBay arbitrage reselling wise.
Gotcha. All right. Before we end this, what is one thing that people can do? If they know nothing about online arbitrage? One thing they can do just to find their first product to flip and know that it's a good item to flip.
Man, focus on the sales rank. If you can watch a video, find a template. I have one. Message me on Instagram. I can send you it. But if you can focus on the sales rank of that product, you already know it's going to sell. And the best way to find it for free is to look around your house. I say this to everyone. You would be surprised the amount of money that you have just sitting around of product that you don't even know is actually profitable to sell on Amazon. You don't have to invest any money up front. And the biggest tip that I give for just about anything in life is to take action. Like to literally go out, source or buy your first couple of products, get them listed and get them sold. Once you successfully and profitably sell your first item, just this massive relief is off your shoulders. Your confidence will go through the roof and you will do everything that you can to find more products. So take action. Take action.
Hell yeah, brother. Well, where can they find you at?
Man, so I think we're going to have my YouTube linked below. We can have my Instagram linked below. Definitely check out my YouTube channel. I mean, I've got well over 200 videos that I've put out over the past 2.5 years or so. I love YouTube. So if you just want to learn more about reselling on Amazon or maybe even about eBay dropshipping, definitely check out the link in the description to my YouTube. And then I'll also have my Instagram linked. Romer will put it down there. If you guys have any personal questions that you might want to reach out to me for.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, brother.
All right, I'll catch you later.
Peace out.